Let's do this, do this, do this. Let's do this. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. See what we can do this morning. We're a little earlier today because my teaching schedule has to provide for both things. I need to be able to teach on time and to be able to hang out with y'all for a piece. So we're here. We're here this morning, early in the morning. See what happens here. Make sure I got the right places I'm streaming to. Yes, streaming to the right places. I'm streaming to the right places. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Deborah. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. I wonder if if I stream to, if I can look at my tablet, I can see what you see. We're early, Miss Deborah. People are wondering what's she doing on here so early? Usually we're on at 9:30, but I'm gonna go teach at 9:45. Where am I? I guess I can look at Facebook. Facebook kind of runs a little behind YouTube, but I have found that when I try to go to YouTube, I can't see myself live on YouTube. It's weird. I know. Doesn't make sense. But if I see it on Facebook, at least I am still seeing it. Oh, YouTube wants to update right now. We don't need to update right now. Get ready. Gotta get ready. Looks like we're on live. I can see myself over there. See how that's going. Really hot. Miss Deborah, I'm glad you can still hang out with us in the morning. What I do miss, though, is not being able to hear anybody talk back. So when I'm talking, I don't know if you all are saying, what? If you're like, what is she talking about? I don't know if that's what's happening. Right? Okay. Well, as they say in Hollywood, the show must go on. Right? The show must go on. Most of my folks ain't on here because they're like, are we going live? I'm live. I'm live. I'm alive. Yes, I'm is. That's not good English at all. Oh, there we go. I'm live on YouTube. YouTube. Dun 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 dun. Nickelodeon. All the songs popping in my head at crazy times. At crazy times. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to push on with what we're working with today. Let me get my right screen here. So that way when I share, I can be in the proper location. Okay, so we are going to whoop here. We're going to the screen that has all of the stock market stuff on it. Right? First thing we're going to talk about is the VIX. The VIX is at 12.8. 58 yesterday. We're talking about that first just because we're going, to talk about all the other interesting things. 1258, the VIX is down 11 cent this morning in the pre-market. That's what's going on with that. Okay. Then now the biggest news that happened yesterday was what? The Bitcoin ETFs. All of them got approved yesterday. Did I put a graphic in here? I thought I did. Oh, I'm in the wrong chat. Put a graphic in here that talked about all of the Bitcoin ETFs that got approved, right? They talk about the annual fees, but basically there's Grayscale, Hash. I don't know sure how all these people even are. Valkyrie has one. Invesco, Wisdom Tree, Franklin, Fidelity, BlackRock, Vanek, ARK, and Bitwise. All these people have, all of these are Bitcoin ETFs. It would definitely be of interest to go and see what's actually being held in these ETFs, what's being in these. It's almost like you don't want to jump on the bandwagon too quick, but you don't want to miss the boat. That's the truth right there. You don't want to bandwagon it, but you don't want to miss the boat. So the people who have been buying Bitcoin all along are like, we've been trying to tell y'all. Okay, true. So now we're here. And do you decide you're going to invest? Maybe you pick one you like that has a good breakout, or do you wait till everybody jumps in and it settles down? Because initially there's probably going to be a bunch of jumping in and the prices may rise, but we already know that, people will run it up and then they'll start selling. So you need to think about, how do you want to, I don't like to say play when you talk about the stock market, because people say, how you want to play it? I don't really think stock market and moving your money is playing. How do you want to trade it? How do you want to utilize or invest? How do you want to utilize this for yourself? And you've got to process that. Do a bunch of reading and research. Let's read and do research and try to find somebody that's objective, that's not going to give you a one-sided slant. Like, I probably wouldn't listen to what BlackRock had to say about BlackRock. You know what I mean? Let's pick somebody who's going to try to be, you know, not going to be segmented one way or the other if you can. Now, if you know who that could possibly be, perhaps you could tell us. Maybe CNBC tries to be, balanced. Something like that. You want to pick somebody to listen to who's not biased. All right. December inflation comes in hotter than expected. It must have been a CPI was this morning. Yes. CPI data came in this morning. U.S. futures edge up as inflation day arrives. Why investors will find it easier to make money in 2024. Crypto stocks get a boost from the landmark ETF approval. Okay, I didn't want you, sir. So let's just move on to the next one. This is talking about the other markets, our market, CNBC, where I was just mentioning them. We're going to look at our pre-market, and we're looking at Europe and Asia. And our pre-market, Dow futures is down 0.19%, 0.20%. S&P futures down 0.23%. NASDAQ futures down 0.19%. Oil is green, and so are the 10-year bonds. Stock futures slide after hotter than expected December inflation report. We're going to look at those numbers in a minute, right? Look over at Europe. Europe kind of has a mixed bag over there. The DAX is down 0.08%. FTSE's down 0.15%. CAC up 0.02%. Very little. This is basically flat. FTSE MIB Milano is up 0.22%, and the stock 600 is down 0.04%. Again, this is basically flat. European markets are higher ahead of U.S. inflation data. Marks and Spencer down 4%. You got to leave the country to get to Marks and Spencer. I don't think they're around in the US very much. We saw Marks and Spencer. It's a store, by the way, like a big department store. We saw them when we lived when we were in Hong Kong. We saw Marks and Spencer. And then I want to say I've seen them someplace else. Has it been here? I don't know if I saw them here. Anyway, I feel like I've seen a Marks and Spencer store in the US. but it's not one that's commonly mentioned. No. Okay, for our Asia's mostly green. The ASX 200 up 0.5%. Nikkei's up 1.7%. Kospi, though, is down 0.07, which is kind of flat. Hang Seng, which is the Hong Kong, is up 1.27, and Shanghai is up 0.31%. Nikkei closes above 35,000 for the first time since February of 1990. Ooh, South Korea stocks rise after BOK. Not sure what BOK is, but here we go. Let's look at our meetings for today. Today's Thursday. CPI came in this morning. So the CPI month over month is basically what they expected it to be. That what it was last time was 0.3. What they expected to be was 0.3, and what it's actually is 0.3. Okay. CPI month over month here. That was core CPI. CPI month over month includes everybody. And whatever the CPI stuff is, it includes everything. I think the core takes some things out. And then it came in green 0.3%. They thought it was going to be 0.2%. It's green, so they must have thought this was a good thing. CPI year over year is also green, 3.4%. Unemployment claims, 202,000. They thought it was going to be 209,000. So it's 202,000. That's green too. The next thing we have coming today is natural gas storage at 10:30. 30-year bond auction is going to be at 1 o'clock. And the federal budget balance will be at 2. I don't know why they put this here as a yellow folder. The federal budget balance, I'm thinking that's probably at least an orange. It's at least an orange. Don't be trying to fool us. The federal budget, no big deal. We are trillions of dollars in debt and with no sight and, no. Anyway, there's that. At 2 o'clock, the federal budget balance will come out, right? We can skip over this. S&P yesterday closed at 4783. It was up 26 points yesterday. When we were talking in the morning, it looked like it wanted to just kind of hover a little bit. And then we had to wait till it pulled out of the station. So let's look at what yesterday did. Go back to a one chart. I'm going to stop sharing to see if anybody's got comments in here. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Anand. Good morning. We're on a little early today, but I would decided to come on early. That way I can leave at 9:45ish and go to my class. So I want to say kill two birds with one stone because that sounds vicious. I can accomplish two tasks. There we go. Don't want it to sound like we're being vicious. Vicious. Oh, let's talk about earnings and stuff before we go. Today is Thursday. So InfoSystems and NTI had earnings this morning. These concrete people are going to have earnings this afternoon. And tomorrow morning is where we got some banks. JP Morgan Chase is here. I believe Bank of America is in here somewhere. Delta is here. Wells Fargo, BlackRock, the people who just got the ETF. Citibank, they're here. BNY Mellon. And I forgot what this one, YPro. I think this was YPro down here. Definitely can't see that second one. But those are all the earnings. The banks lead us into the major earnings. So next week, we're probably going to have a full page of earnings next week. Okay. Let's look to see what Adam had to say this morning. Adam says, yesterday I was looking for a rally. That needs to say 47.47 is what that needs to say. This should say 4747. Okay. Not that matters in terms of today, but I try to cover all the numbers. Yesterday, I was looking for a rally of 47.47 in SPX with one big target, 47.95. And overnight, we hit 47.97. You want to lock in most gains ahead of CPI in 30 minutes. But of course, if you're trading options, you can't do anything with options when the market is closed. You just have to look and pray. Watch as well as pray. Basically says to expect traps and major volatility. The plan for today, 47.80 and 47.68 or 70 post CPI are supports. 47.80, between 47.68 and 47.80. This is the supports area. We must hold in order to keep 48.06 and 48.20 live. Okay, if 47, okay, if 47.47 fails, then we're going to go down to 40. That don't seem right. 47, 6. Okay. We're going to go directly to 47.47 if we get below 47.68. He usually has a method that he uses, like a pattern, a template, and today he's veering from the template. So let's say this part again. 47.80 to 47.68, that area is support, right? You must hold in order to keep 48.06 and 48.20 alive, right? If 47.68 does not hold, then we're going to go directly to 47.47. So this over here should also say 474 because that was down here. Let me change up to the screen where we can make these changes. 47.47, I'm supposed to put that on here. And I want to say this needs to be 474. If 47.68 doesn't hold, then we'll go down to 47.47. Let me grab this as a copy so I can put it in all the right places when the time comes. Oh, y'all can't see this, I don't think. Nope, you can't see my screen. Let me change it to share the screen. I run to the Father, fall into grace. Where was I? Okay, here we go. Now we should be able to see. Morning, Jamie. We should be able to see. Da, 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 da. Am I sharing the right screen? No, I'm not. You have to put up the thing you want to share. Duh. This is the updated version of the atom numbers. So if you, did I say allow? Why are you not populating? There we go. I'm looking at it on Facebook over here so I can see that what I can't see when I don't have two screens. Right? I fixed the number over here on the XSP and I added 4747. I'll put this in our chat for those who are inside of the Educator2Trader membership. I will put this there directly. Okay. We got some traders, some seller trades. I think almost all of the call credit spread ones got breached yesterday. Day before yesterday, when the big run up happened, almost all the call credit spreads except for ENPH got breached. The put credit spreads were holding steady. Those were holding steady. Okay. We'll come back to those in a second. Our E2T membership includes this open call, includes weekly topic-based training. Yesterday, we talked about trading psychology. I believe everybody there got some value out of it. Our monthly strategy sessions are on the first Saturday of each month. This is all part of the membership. And we have an exclusive Telegram group where we all trade together, hang out together, support one another, because trading can be lonely and we don't want anybody to be lonely. If all you want is the morning call, then you can join the booster level of the membership on YouTube, and that's going to get you to just the morning call. The other things are all under the membership. You can jump in on there, $97 a month. Chart your way to 100K still going on. This week, we're going on to support and resistance, volume, trending, all those gaps, that kind of stuff, that kind of thing. Okay, I wanted to go back to the charts. Back to the charts. Let's see where we are. Let's look at what SPX did yesterday when the living was easy. Okay, this is SPX from yesterday on the 15-minute chart. I thought I had put Maybe I did it on Thinkorswim, but I thought I had put our little thingy here, like around that first 15-minute candle. I thought I had put that there, but it's not looking like I'm not seeing it now. That was the 10th. Our 15-minute candle would have been up here. I think I did it on Thinkorswim. That's why it's not here. So it took a while. Remember we talked about yesterday when we were on in the morning that it was probably going to do some consolidating, and it consolidated almost the entire day. Well, some people in our membership made some money yesterday. Clap, 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 clap it up. Clap, 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 clap it up. So we made some money on SPX yesterday, and there was Iron Condor money made, like I suggested, to get an Iron Condor. He did have a little bit of concern when it went up this right here, but the trade ended up being successful. So listen, zero DTE. Zero DTE is a way to generate about 10% returns on your money each day, right? Can be not, and that's not even really being aggressive. The aggressive part of it is the fact that um the part that when you're working with SPX, you have to be mindful of the fact that it can move kind of wild. That's really all I'm gonna say that's really all. I won't even want to say that's all, because anytime you say that's all with SPX, you're asking for trouble. It ain't just that's all, right? But 10% returns using SPX or XSP. With XSP, you're doing smaller spreads, one spread, which means you're leveraging $100, taking in 10 to 12, maybe $15 per side. And then when you're doing SPX, you're leveraging $500 and you want to take in at least $50 because that's your 10% for the day. And then we use the PDT hack. I've talked about that to set it so we can lock in our profits. So I'm at my website here, Educator2Trader .com. You can just go educator2trader.com. That'll get you here. But this training here, the SPX spreads for daily and weekly profits, is the one that includes the foundation of the strategy. How do you do credit spreads? Overview of credit spreads if you needed a refresher. Right. The power hour strategy is here. The PDT hack is in here. If you want to do SPX in the morning, SPX in the noonday, then you got two options with that. And then you got SPX in the last 15 minutes, SPX for weekly. If you want to do 5 DTE trades, if you're not one who wants to do 0 DTE, you want to do 5 DTE. And we have a part here about using XSP. Okay. What I just showed you, power hour strategy 1 in the morning, 2 noonday, 3 last 15 minutes, 4 weekly, 5, and then using XSP6. There's 6 different ways to use S&P 500 to make 10% each day if you want, or per week, right? This is at my website. If you just want the PDT hack by itself, the PDT hack comes in an ebook form. It's like a PDF. It comes in a form all by itself. You can do the PDT hack for you. I want to say it's $17. If you want to do if you don't know enough about credit spreads, but you want to learn more, then the vertical credit spreads training is here. All the stuff you're looking for is here. The wheel strategy, the bundle. The bundle includes everybody. It includes everybody. If you brand new to options, you want to go with options 411. And we were all new at one time. Okay, so don't even feel bad about that. I did make a post in my Facebook post. If you somebody wanted to learn options and didn't know where to start, they could get the quick start guide. You could do that too. This breaks out the strategies individually if all you need is one or two. I even have a thing for debit spreads. We don't really trade debit spreads in here, but I did do a training on how to do debit spreads because we know how. Just because you know how to do doesn't mean you have to do, right? We know how. We know how to do it. Okay. We're doing good. I'm back to the chart right now. Let's go see what's going on with our buddies. Why is Mara not showing us a pre-market? Some of this stuff gonna jump, jump around today because of the ETF. Y'all see those big old wicks on yesterday? That's Mara we're looking at. In the pre-market, Mara is at 27.37. It closed at 25.63 yesterday. Closed at 25.63. It's in the pre-market, it's at 27. Right? So if you got some shares or you got a put credit spread, you should be in good shape. Let's see what coin is doing in the morning. Coin closed yesterday at 151.29. It is currently at 159 in the pre-market. These things have jumped because of those Bitcoin ETFs, because what makes stock prices move is not options. See, options are closed right now. So notice that we got pre-market prices and stuff. It's not options that make these prices move. It is stock. It is shares, right? Options is just paper. Honestly, it's electronic paper, but the share purchases is what moves these, monkeys, right? That's what moves these. Let's see what Riot. It's got Riot. It was closed at 15.55 yesterday. It's now at 16.63. Right. What's our other BT? I think that was the one from Bit Digital. It was 346 yesterday when it closed. It is now at 385. I think I have some shares of BT over in my Robinhood account. BITF. I'm just going from my memory. BITF is $3. Pre-market is at 324. Now, this is not investment advice for anyone, but do what everybody, you got you the CEO of your own portfolio. But even though options cannot be purchased in the morning, options can't be purchased in the pre-market. Stock shares can. Stock shares can be purchased in the post-market and the pre-market. So if you decide you think you want a few shares of something, you don't have to wait till 9:30 to buy shares. I know that's not new news for some people, but it is for others. You can, right? You can buy shares when the market is not open, right? I think some shares like SPY, some of these dudes you can buy all 24 hours, right? But if you want to buy some shares of something, you can in the pre-market. You don't have to wait till 9:30 to buy shares. Okay. Let's see. What else did we have to cover? I covered all of the stuff with the covered that. I did. Let me stop sharing real quick. Morning, Denise. How are you? I miss you. Miss you, Denise. The market's getting ready to open. Let's see what we got for our pop here. Not stream, y'all. I don't want that. We got 2 minutes. Good to see you, even though I'm seeing you and typing. It still feels like I can feel you. I hope trading has been going well. I need you to send me the link so I can purchase some of your natural deodorant. If those of you who are watching, Denise Jeffrey has created some natural deodorant, like you got Native and Loom or whatever. She has that. Denise, put your link in the chat so people can go buy your product, can go buy your deodorant. Yeah, people can do futures. Not many people in my community do futures, but people can do futures for sure ahead of time. Give us the link to your products. Let me share again. Patrick said, I tried to do a PCS on BTF on Tuesday at the 250 strike, and it never failed. You canceled it yesterday. Oh, wow. Would have been great to hop it in there and get in there, because today, it's going to be ready. It's going to be ready today. Okay, let's go back to the chart. SPX. See what we get ready to do here in the next minute. These dots here are resistance. The blue dots are resistance on the weekly chart, and the I think it's weekly. I gotta think about this. But the green is daily, and the red is monthly. But I wonder if when you change the time frame. Okay, so this says the resistance is at. Oh, the price opened already. Sorry, y'all. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I need to do before I'm dinging here is plug in my computer real quick. I got some juice, but I don't want it to, you know how the computer will be showing you it's low battery and the next thing you know it's gone. Like you just said that you had a low battery, now you off already? There we go. We opened up green, no shock there. Good CPI information, good CPI data, good unemployment data came in, believing that the market is strong. We opened at 47.94.33. But listen, I want to be sure to tell you to trade what you see, not what you think you're going to see or what you hope to see. Trade what you're looking at. All right. We can say, oh, it's probably going to be, move to the moon. Maybe, but trade what you see. All righty. That's very, very important. Not to trade what you think. Don't trade on hopium. We talked about that yesterday in the psychology of trading. That we don't trade on hopium, and we don't ignore what's put before you. We don't overanalyze, so that way we don't get a good accurate assessment, but we're not so cocky and overconfident that we believe we know what's going on. Like, I know what it's going to do today, and you may be right, but you don't want to have that level of overconfidence. That you want to be confident in your decisions, but you don't want to be overconfident about the market, because the market will do what it wills. It will do what it will do. Yep. So the blues here are at 47.93. I wonder if I change the time frame, if the blues stay there, and they don't. So that lets me know it goes in the time frame you're on is where those dots pop up in the time frame that you're on. There we go. Oh, it's around the same spot. 47.93. It's around the same place on the day, on the 1 hour. Let's see what happens if we put it on the daily chart. Oh, stays in about the same spot. Okay. So the dots are for daily, weekly, and monthly. Blue is the weekly resistance. Weekly resistance. We got resistance and support. This is an indicator that one of our group members showed us. SNR, support and resistance. It's trading view. That's a trading view indicator. Okay, so we opened up green, but looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Listen, another thing, always, I'm saying the same thing sometimes, repeating the same stuff. The first orders that come in the morning, the first 10 or 15 minutes, is orders that was put in the pre-market and the post-market. You definitely want to wait and let those clear out as a seller. Can't tell the buyers how to act, but as a seller, you want to let things settle. You want to give this 15 minutes, give it a little bit of time to see what it's going to do, right? Before you start jumping in. Again, if you're somebody who trades as a buyer and you got signals, then utilize your signals. But most of us are sellers. Okay? Most of us are sellers. I wanted to see what Amazon was doing on Google. What are they doing? Ooh, look at Amazon. Go, baby, go. I guess. Do I have a put credit spread? I think I do. I think I got a put credit spread, which is good. Let's see what Google got going. Probably gonna look the same. Is there a reason why you're not changing? G. If I put an L there, it's not a thing? It is. So why are you not picking up? There we go. The Google chart looks about the same, doesn't it? Let's see where NVIDIA is this morning. It closed at 5:45 yesterday, 5:51. Look at how this high wick, how high this went up. It went as high as 5:53 and then came back. That means there's some selling happening up in this zone, up in this area. Is there a resistance? Is there a resistance on NVIDIA above 550? No, you don't want to populate with the weekly candle. Trying to see if there's some resistance up here. Not looking like it at this point. Oh, nope, I don't see nothing up here in the same area. Did NVIDIA have a split in the last couple years? That's NVIDIA. Interesting. All these are moving up. SPX is, let's go back to the 5-minute chart. It's got a little bit of up. It ain't moving up like the other ones, but you know those, the NVIDIAs and Amazons and Microsofts and Metas, they drag I don't say drag. Because they are a big portion of SPX. They move it with it. SPX has turned green. This is the 5-minute chart. First chart, like I told y'all, orders from overnight, first charts. The next set of orders start coming in. Now we go green. Toot toot. Chugga 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 chugga. Toot toot. That's what's happening. Trade accordingly. As Jamie would say, trade with your head on a swivel. Because we're trading what we see, not what we want to see. I'm not saying it. Definitely don't ignore what you see. But this is SOXL. SOXL has also got a little bit of a move happening. Okay. All righty. I'm going to start to wrap us up. Anybody, let me go back, make sure we don't have any questions or comments. Denise says she had to cross over to futures because of work. I love it. I've heard a lot of good things about futures. I just hadn't decided to set my mind to learn. I'm trying to learn too many things right now. And the person who edits my videos told me I can't put no more on my plate because I'm too busy. My plate's too full. And I need to be making more videos. I'm trying to get deeper into futures trading too, Anand says. And Denise says knowing levels is important. Denise, you were always really good with knowing levels. Anyway, you were always really good with that. Tanya says, I love futures. Haven't gone live yet. Okay. A lot of people over in futures hanging out. There's a guy, Lance Kaminsky. I think we did a podcast video together a while back. He does futures. He's tried to talk to us about going into futures. Jillian, you all remember my friend Jillian from the IWT crew. She traded over to futures. She's actually a funded trader now. My friend is actually funded. She was working with a group and you trade enough. And then at some point you get funded. So basically you're trading with their money, but the profits is your money. Adam, the guy we follow, is really great. I could see where Adam, because his ES levels, I believe his levels would be really great. Yep, I think that would be really good. Sim trading is easy on TradingView. Well, sim trading is always easy. Sim trading always gets you like, yes, I can just trade in my sim. Then you get live, you're like, where'd my money go? No, I know y'all are going to be successful because you all are wise master traders. We're master traders over there. Make sure what's going on here. Okay. I think I covered what I was going to cover. Here we go. Off to our trader declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing more and more each week. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Our prayer, Lord, it is you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 All right. Yes, definitely. The futures and credit spreads are my go-to. You could know credit spreads is our spot. Adam's levels are spot on with futures. Yep. And if Adam has a newsletter for those of you who want more, he's very verbose in the things that he says. But I do find that he is not confusing. Put it like that. Lady T says, I'm leaning into credit spreads. Yeah, me too. Leaning in. We're leaning in to credit spreads. That was my Michael Jackson lean. Did y'all see it? Y'all see that? Okay, everyone. I'm gonna need to wrap us up because I need to go and teach someplace else. Right? Pre-calculus. Teach other people. All right. We do two things in this community. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. We do two things. We stay green and we get this money. Let's get this money. Trade with your head on a swivel. Keep your dime in hands. Don't get married to none of these trades, right? Follow your trading plan. Follow your trading plan. All right. I'll see everyone later. See you in the market. Whoop whoop. Orders take a lot longer to fill in live trading. This is true. Have a great one, Miss Barbara. Love you, girlfriend. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.